Hey everybody, welcome back to the Chaotic Little Book Corner. My name's Acacia. Today is a top 5 day. I wasn't really sure what to do, so if you have any recommendations, link them below in the comments. Chat them below in the comments, chat at me, request things, what have you. Today I decided to pick the top 5 books that I don't talk about. So these are 5 books that I read either pre-BookTube or in the earlier days of BookTube, of my BookTube channel, before I really got into talking as actively and like really working as hard to involve you in everything, I guess is the right way to put it. I don't really know. So these are the top 5 books that I have on my shelf that I rarely mention, but I very much enjoyed. Now, if you want to hear more about any of them, let me know. I'll be happy to do so. These are all fiction. If you want to see a non-fiction version, let me know. Just any comments and quandaries. All good. The first one is this. This is Sacre Bleu. This is by Christopher Moore. This is a historical fiction talking about Vincent van Gogh. And it's like a fake murder mystery, but it's really interestingly done. So it mixes his relationship with other artists. There's some romance. There's some really great things where they talk about, pieces of art in the book, and then they reference a picture, but it has like a backstory that really isn't the real backstory, but it's still kind of cool. I enjoyed this quite a bit. I remember reading it when I was still working in retail and very much enjoying it. It was a good escape. Yeah, I really liked it. It's not for everybody, I have to say. Christopher Moore is probably not for everybody, but for those of you who like kind of a twist on things and like a little satire and comedy in some darker places, this is good. And then we have Water for Elephants, which I know I've mentioned before, but I don't think I've talked about how much I love this. This is one of the books that... Ooh, dropping things. This is one of my books that is like pretty, I mean, this is my spine on that page. Like, this is why I get new copies frequently. This was one of my favorites for a really long time, and it's not that it stopped being a favorite. I haven't read it in so long that I don't remember the magic, and I probably need to revisit it. But this came prior to The Night Circus for me, and this is the book that encouraged me to read The Night Circus, talking about circuses. This is the story, for those of you who don't know, of a gentleman he is in a nursing home, and he's telling a young girl who's his nurse about his life and his experiences in a circus, and you're kind of flashing back and forth. It was made into a film with Robert Pattinson and Reese Witherspoon. I am not a fan of Robert Pattinson, so I haven't seen the film. I think I owned it for a while, and I never took it out of the packaging, so I sold it. But, yeah, I remember really, really, really loving the main female character. And I want to call her Marlena. What I want to call her is Marla or Marlena, but I don't think either of those are right. Like I said, it's been a few years since I read this, and it was Marlena. I was correct. I'm so proud. Yeah, Marlena is one of my favorite characters in literature. I really love her. I wish I was more like her, but at the same time I don't. There's a lot of mixed emotions around that girl, but I really enjoyed it. I forgot how much I liked that book. I forgot about a lot of these books until I was looking through my shelves thinking about this top 5 video. The next one is The Hours by Michael Cunningham. I read this years ago. When the film came out, I read this first. It wasn't until like 8 months ago that I actually bought a copy. Yeah. I remember really loving this. It's a mix between, it's a historical fiction that jumps back and forth between a Virginia Woolf, as she writes Mrs. Dalloway, Clarissa, who is dying of AIDS in our modern day, and Laura, who is in the 1940s. So 1923 and 1949, and then current day is where our time frames come in. And I mean, the film was phenomenal. Oh my god. I haven't been able to watch that film since I saw it twice. It made me cry for hours. I don't really want to give too much away from this, because if you haven't read it, you need to. And if you like Virginia Woolf, this is a really nice way to kind of meet her in a different format. It's so beautiful. I so love this. And I haven't read any other Michael Cunningham. I don't know why. See? Told you. I'm remembering all sorts of crazy stuff. Station 11. This is by Emily St. John Mandel. I just really enjoyed this. This was another circus-y sort of book. And it's about, I believe, a Shakespearean theater troupe that is trying to survive after the apocalypse, basically. That's all I can remember, but I remember reading it and feeling completely immersed in the world. Why do I keep yawning? It's not you guys, trust me, it's not you at all. I think I'm just super tired. I didn't get to sleep till 4 a.m. last night. But there's a lot of mentions of Shakespeare, and it's beautiful, and it's eloquent, and I so adored this. I remember really, really liking this. I need to reread that. And then the last one is Helen Oyami, Boy Snowbird, which was the first book that ever got me. So this is the first book I ever picked up because of BookTube. And the booktuber that inspired me to pick this up was Mercedes. I will link her review of this down below, and she gave it 3 stars, and I still went up and picked it up, and this changed everything for me. This changed the ball game for me. Like, I fell so in love with this. I loved this so much. This is the story of a woman who I believe is black, but she can pass for white. And she marries a man who is also black but can pass for white. And then they have a child who outs them as black because she comes out as darker. And so it's a twist on fairy tales and Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. It's just... I love this book. And I remember the first time I opened it and I realized that the character it's not about a boy and snow and a bird. It's a character named Boy, who I think is a girl, and then a character named Snow and a character named Bird. I love Helen Oyami. This started a really, really big obsession. But yeah. That's my top 5 for this week. I know it's not my best, and I know I'm a little low on energy, and I do apologize. I can't get my head in the game today. I've been running around a little crazy all day today. But, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just feeling a little meh today. And I hope you'll forgive me, but I'm trying my best, and I will talk to you in the next video.